Cool.
Sweet.
Alright, well, we'll kick this off anyway.
Nice.
It's a special evening at the Yawning Portal. The noisy taproom seems even more full than usual, and patrons are brimming with excitement. A crowd of well-wishers have gathered around the party of heroes who've chosen this night to brave the tavern's namesake. The small band of would-be heroes are carefully checking and securing their equipment, mundane and magical alike, as they prepare to begin their descent into the large hole in the middle of the tavern. The taproom fills with loud cheers and excited huzzas. Behind the bar, Dorian, the grizzled proprietor of the Yawning Portal, shakes his head and smirks under his mustache. With confidence that borders on arrogance, the younger knight in the party raises a gauntleted hand. It is adorned with intricate gold design and jewels set in the knuckles. He begins a speech, his voice carrying through the crowded taproom. Good people of Waterdeep, tonight you bear witness to an extraordinary event. We, the brave souls gathered before you, have come here not to merely revel in stories of old, but to forge a new legend, one that will be sung in taverns across the realms. The room falls silent, and the anticipation is palpable. Our resolve is unyielding, our spirit unbreakable, and our courage is unwavering. We stand upon the precipice of the unknown, ready to descend into the very depths of danger. But fear not, for we are not just heroes. No, we are legends in the making. The crowd erupts into cheers and applause, drinks raised high in salute to the adventurers. We will now face the darkness below with unwavering determination. We will uncover secrets long buried and treasures hidden away. And when we return, we shall emerge not as mere mortals, but as the stuff of legends. The crowd's excitement reaches a fever pitch, and the patrons of the Yawning Portal raise their voices in a resounding chorus of support. Behind the bar, Dorian shakes his head in bemusement, his mustache twitching with a smirk. Alright. You've made yourself heard, boy. You'll be the talk of the night. Now off with you. May the gods shine their fortune to another brave soul who dares take the descent into the Undermountain. The adventurer finishes their speech with a triumphant flourish, drawing their weapon and thrusting it skyward. With one last confident nod to the crowd, they turn and take their first step into the gaping maw of the Yawning Portal, disappearing into the darkness below. The Yawning Portal's patrons, fueled by a renewed sense of wonder and adventure, continue to cheer and drink. The night continues like any other, as they all begin to enjoy their revelries. Now, only certain people will see their characters for the time being. If you can't see your character, please do not move just yet. Hope that's not too loud. And can you all hear the sound?
No.
You have to click onto
Yep. Good.
Perfect.
Cool.
The young Dragonborn stands at the entrance, watching in amusement. The Yawning Portal is lit by brightly burning lamps. Tables are littered with plates cleared of food and half-drained tankards. The sounds of gamblers yelling and drunken adventurers singing. Bardy songs nearly drown out the off-key strumming of a young bard 3 tables over. You look at the arcane clock on the wall behind the bar and think to yourself, a little early. The others should be here soon. Yanni, what is your character's name and how do you describe them?
Hi, my name is Ulrick, and I am a Dragonborn that is very, how can I say, he doesn't like to, he's very reserved, that's what I'm trying to say. He's very reserved, and he doesn't like to make friends very easily. He likes to scout around, and he likes to, he's always on his toes.
Alright, And what kind of Dragonborn is he?
I'm a black dragonborn with red eyes.
Very nice. And what class?
Darker than the rest. I'm an aberrant sorcerer.
Fantastic. You scan the room and its patrons. You immediately notice a familiar half-orc woman with a tattoo of a snake with wings on her forearm. Over here.
I can't see it.
That's fine. Let me just fix up your character. Yes, you can see her. You'll
can't
see me
my
pinging.
character.
You currently can't see your character?
No, I can't
Okay.
see my character, and it's all black.
Thank you. There you go. That should be now
Okay,
fixed.
yep, cool.
Alright, just check the others. Yep, awesome. So, up here in the corner.
Yep.
Yagra Stonefist of the Doom Raider Zentarim is chatting away with a couple others who have their backs turned. You best avoid her attention before she tries to drag you along to another one of her jobs. The last one she forced you on, she had you mind meld with a halfling. Never a dull moment with the Black Network. The violence in the city between the Zentarim and the Xanatha Guild is escalating every day. You start to think to yourself, and you hope that the Doom Raider faction doesn't get pulled in with the Manshoons. Moving your eyes away from Yagra and looking in the far corner of the tavern, you spot a hulking silhouette of an old friend. You move your way through the crowds of patrons, still invigorated by the recent descent of another lot of venturers into the Undermountain, and reach the table. The half-orc sits at the table. The half-orc sits at the table, his massive blade leaning against the back wall. Looks up and regards you familiarly. Alex, what is your character's name, and how do you describe them?
My character's name is Radgoran. He's a half-orc barbarian. Probably looks a little bit more like a human than an orc, because he's had to hide his orcish heritage. And he's very well dressed and very well fit, because he's from a noble house.
And what class is your...
Barbarian.
Fantastic. How do you welcome Yanni?
Ulrick, my old chap. How have you been? It's been a while.
It's very good to see you again, my friend. It's been a little while. What have you been up to?
Not much. Just been checking out this dreary old town. What about yourself?
I've just been doing a few things, little, jobs, odd jobs here and there, just having a look around, seeing what everyone's been doing.
I'm sure you have.
Right. With you both arrived, a young barmaid with a name tag that says Bonnie comes past to take your orders. She stands in front of you, looks at you both, and is just like, what'll it be? We got Shadow Dark Ale and Quipper and chips. That's my best recommendation.
Would you happen to have any milk?
Milk? I'm sure we do have some milk.
I don't like to drink while I'm meeting people. I like my mind to be clear and just in case.
You come to a tavern for milk, absolutely, and yourself.
Only the best milk, please.
What was the ale you had? Sorry.
Our famous Shadow Dark Ale.
Oh yeah, definitely one of those. Actually, maybe 3, please.
3?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That'll be 15 nip from yourself, and it will be only 2 nip for the milk.
Okay.
I'll get this one, Ulrick. I think I owe you.
Ah, what a good man. Thank you.
You get the next 3 for me.
Well, for heaven's bid, we'll see.
Alright,
Thanks, love.
give me a moment. Cool. As you both slide her payment, it appears the other you are waiting for is, as always, going to be exactly on time. The barmaid returns with your ale after a short wait. So sorry for the wait. Gods, it's busy tonight. Always is when another group of daredevils choose to descend the portal. Wonder if we'll see them again. She drops off your drinks, and as she turns around, she nearly bumps into a heavily armored man standing behind her. She looks up at you, blushes, mutters almost like a stuttered apology, and quickly moves on. Yogi, what is your character's name, and how do you describe them?
My character's name is Yeshua. My character, I've got bleach blonde hair with many streaks of grey, but white, should I say? My body's covered in burns, radiant burns. I have scales of emerald, like on my neck, up here, behind my ears, cuffs of my hands, and just behind my on my calves. Very muscly in physique. I'm a handsome Aasimar cleric of the Twilight domain. I've got emerald eyes to match my scales, and that is all for now.
Fantastic. Ed, what class are you?
Cleric, Twilight domain.
Fantastic. How do you regard and welcome your friends getting started before you even arrived?
I'll start probably doing a blessing for them. I'm like, drinking so early. And I'll just start doing a cross.
Okay.
Why don't you join us, Yeshua?
Yeah, but only water for me.
Fair enough.
Alright. So this is now your opportunity to roleplay however you like. Talk about what you've been up to in Waterdeep. You all arrived about 10 days ago and went your separate ways, promising to meet on this day.
So I've been looking for the temple. I've been trying since I got here, but I just can't seem to. It's a big city. It's just so hard. I need to go and just try to see my god, and I'm just trying. Maybe I need to start asking around. I just don't really know anyone here.
Yeah, it's a pretty big place, I must admit. I heard there's a bit of trouble going on around here. Maybe the three of us can sort something out. Ulrick, I'm sure you'd probably be able to find out some info.
We'll see how we go. It's not too bad if you it's not too bad when you familiarize yourself with the place. It's not too bad at all.
I've been trying, but I'm a little bit naive on the happening here. Maybe they'll need some help and a healing hand. And that's what I'll provide for any lost soul.
I'm just trying to find some more fighters and barbarians, just to try and learn some things. Trying to advance my skills a bit more, I think. It's kind of hard. They're kind of a bit weary about me. I don't think I'm human looking enough.
Yeah, prejudice. Yeah, I've never been one for that myself.
No, you're a good man. You're a man, right?
And then suddenly,
You betcha.
and then suddenly all noise in the building is eclipsed by a shout. Nick! You sit in the far north room of this human building they call the Yawning Portal. A strange name for a food house. Their culture is a little beyond you, nor do you particularly care to learn it. You hear the proclamations of a group of people announcing their descents into that giant hole. You think, are there always giant holes in these kind of buildings? Why do they feel the need to tell everyone they are going down? Why don't they just jump? The man across from you starts speaking again. You've tuned him out, and you can see that he's getting louder. My friend! I hope I'm not bothering you, or boring you even. Please, I am excited to know more. Your story will be read by hundreds, no, thousands of my loyal fans and followers. Now, of course, I will be still paying you very handsomely in telling me your story. A real Githyanki. Right here in front of me, I must say. But I must. No, we all must know more about you. Tell me, were you born looking the way you do? Or is it some kind of effect due to your planar hopping and quest for domination? The overly flamboyantly dressed human sits across from you. He goes by the name of Vologedem. He appears to be some kind of human seer, one that tells stories. Quill and notepad in hand, his eyes almost glisten in the lamplight with anticipation towards your answer. Nick, what is your character's name and how do you describe them?
My character's name is Dorian. He is 5'9", with a 5'9" Githyanki, about 199 pounds, muscly built, hard upbringing with a serious demeanor, quite reckless in wanting to go into battle and not necessarily come out the other end of it. And he isn't really sure what he is or what's going on in the world around him because of his hard upbringing.
Awesome. And what class is he?
Warlock.
Sweet. How do you answer Volo's question?
Money cannot buy my story. It will never buy my story. I'm going to take it with me to the grave.
He sits there nodding as he writes and keeps writing, and you start realizing he's writing far more than what you've actually said, and he looks up. Fascinating. So, when the Gith travel through the planes, they are horribly mutated, lose their sense of self, and their thirst for conquest is heightened due to the sudden change of appearance. Oh, looks at you, smiling. I thoroughly appreciate your time. And with just this, I will be able to build a basis for a fantastic book. Volo's Guide to the Universe. It will supersede my more famous works, Volo's Guide to Monsters. But I'm getting carried away, and as you know, I did not just seek you out for just a simple interview. I'm actually in need of your more cunning services. I'm looking to hire one such as yourself. Volo is then suddenly interrupted by a shout that drowns out all the other sound within the building. Ya pig! Like killing me mates, does ya? Then, a 7-foot-tall half-orc is hit by a wild, swinging punch from a male human whose shaved head is covered with eye-shaped tattoos. 4 other humans stand behind him. Sorry.
Am I in now?
4 other humans stand behind him, ready to jump into the fray. The half-orc cracks her knuckles, roars and leaps at the tattooed figure, but before you can see if blood is drawn, a crowd of spectators starts clustering around the brawl. So 1, 2, 4, And just moving around the map a little bit if you don't mind, guys.
Yeah, you're right. Get out my back here, boys.
Alrighty. So, what do you all do?
Well, I think I'll step forward and go, "You all right, mate? Your fist kind of caught my face there."
I
No,
cast.
I apologize. I should have been more specific. They've thrown a punch at the half-orc woman
Oh!
in the corner of the room that I'm currently pinging.
Over
Feel
the
free to
moon.
move. However, just know that if you're going to try and move through the patrons, it may take you a little bit to push them out of the way.
Can I cast message, which is a cantrip? I cast message to what's her name? Yagnar. Is that her name?
Yagra?
Sorry. Yagra. And I ask her. I close my eyes and I ask her, "What's going on? What happened?"
Smart man.
You get an instant reply of, "Ah! Glad to hear from you, Ulrick. It's okay. I'll have his head pounded in a second." And then you hear another thunk, and the whole cheers and everyone from the area.
So I move up, put my hood on, and I stand around here by the fireplace, and I have my arms crossed just in case.
Alright.
I'm gonna. This is me. As I'm getting off the table, I'll be like, sounds like someone needs a hand. Maybe I'll be paid for this too. But definitely be able to heal someone. That's for sure.
And
Right.
I'm gonna start moving up, just with my character's sort of background in being an orc. I definitely catch that, and I'm following Yeshua.
Yeah. The crowd cheers again as she slams her fist into the man. You hear quite a sickening crack as the other men around Yagra begin pulling her off, and one of them brandishes a knife.
As he does that, can I please cast Charm Person?
Absolutely. What do you cast? Yep. And who are you charming?
The person that's pulled out the knife to go for Yagra.
Okay, cool. And that's a wisdom save, is it not?
Yep, Wisdom DC 14.
Alright, give me 1 second, please. And because, just to get it out of the way while we're at it, can all of you please roll initiative?
Booyah.
Can I give the orc?
I've just got to, Matt, I just realised I didn't do my equipment, so just let me quickly.
Can I give the orc? What is it called? Wait, 2 seconds. Vigilant blessing.
Yeah, give me 1 moment. Hold that one.
Quit my gear. Sorry, guys. New button work here.
Alright. Just waiting on Lorik to roll.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
And me.
Ulrick, sorry, to roll. And yes, yourself. Ensure that you click in your token before you roll, and then that way it will automatically track you.
It's initiative, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't click it,
I did.
did you?
I did, but it didn't bloody. It's not. My thing's not even coming into D&D. Roll 20. I got 11.
That's fine. I can fix it up for a second.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4. Didn't come in though.
Did you get mine, Matt?
Yep, got yours fine, thank you.
Oh, mine didn't even come into the game log.
You may need to ensure that your Beyond 20 is enabled up in the very top right-hand corner of your web browser. Make sure the dice is red. If it's not, you may need to reopen D&D Beyond and then or refresh both your pages. But for the time being, it is fine. Can you tell
Got
me?
11.
Thank you. And Ulrick, what did you get?
4.
4. Ulrick. Alright, so 4 and 11. Okay, so you use Charm Person on one of them, so I'll quickly resolve that first. So
So I just realised how I can show rolls. We're good.
perfect. So it's this one. Alright. And what's the DC he needs to beat, Yanni?
14, wasn't it? DC 14, I'm pretty sure I said.
Thank you. Wisdom saving throw, DC 14. And he beats it
Oh, okay.
for a 19. Alright, and Yeshua, what did you cast?
Vigilance. 2 seconds. Yeah, vigilant blessing on the female orc.
Yep, what does it do?
Gives her. Oh wait, I have to touch her.
Oh, you have to touch her?
Yep, sorry.
No, that's completely okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
I'll leave it for this then. Yep.
Well, with that in effect, we'll go straight into our very first combat. The bandit is going to attempt to stab the orc. Hits her, and you watch as his dagger, he kind of like stands above her and he just shoves it straight into her shoulder. The orc grunts in response, but continues like her grip on the man that she's on top of.
Nice.
It is now the orc woman's turn, and ignoring the bandit that just stabbed her, she proceeds to wail yet again into the man on the ground, and you all hear again another sickening thunch as she like drives her entire weight into a punch, and you see that the cool. Dorian, it is your turn.
Dorian's walked out from the table, gone and sat at another table, grabbed the ale that was on the table, and just looks at what's
Just
happening.
watches?
And watches, ponders what he might do.
Alright, so we'll leave that as your turn?
Yep.
Fantastic. So Dorian is just thinking,
Chilling.
enjoying the sight.
It's chilling like a villain.
One of the other bandits now, he tries to pull his friend from the grip of Yagra. See how he goes. So, and we'll go for Yagra. So he's just going to do a strength contest against them. And fails as Yagra's grip tightens on the man on the ground. Radgoran, it is now your turn. I'll just let you know that pushing past people will be considered like difficult terrain. So what that means is that it's going to cost twice your movement to get through their squares.
Okay. How many per square? How many feet is it?
5 feet.
5 feet.
So looking at this, you would be able to get to right there.
Yeah. That's where I'm gonna go.
Feel free to move yourself.
So I can't go here. I can only go here.
Oh, I'll allow you to go there.
Alright, cool. Yeah, we're going there.
Okay.
Can I hit anyone?
You got the bandit right in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely take a swing. Let's do it.
All right. Roll to attack.
$17 to attack.
17 absolutely hits. Roll your damage.
Okay. So, slashing or... I've got 2 here. One says 1d10 plus 4. One
Yep,
says
so it's a
1d8.
versatile weapon. So
Oh,
if
so-
you're two-handing it, if
That's
you're using
right.
two-handers, it will be 1d10.
Which I don't have a shield, so I'm doing a two-handed.
Okay.
It's doing that thing again, where it does like 50 million once. So, the 2-hand damage on the slashing was 9.
9. Wow, big roll. All right. As you cut straight into the bandit, as you cut into him, he's not entirely aware of you there. So as you cut into him, he actually stumbles and falls over, and he's currently prone.
Nice. I'll stay there. Obviously, I can't move anymore. I'm going to end my turn.
All right, fantastic. It is this one's turn.
Just quietly, I'm so glad that we've gone straight to a battle. Radgoran is very happy.
Get in there!
2 seconds. All right. So this bandit, it's this one's turn now. He is also going to try and pull his friend from out underneath. And he's absolutely going to fucking fail this. Absolutely fails it. As he also is unable to get a grip, and as he like pulls with all his might, he actually trips a little bit and falls prone himself. Or just falls on his ass.
Splendid.
All right. Yeshua,
Yes, you are.
it is now your turn.
So he's not really kind of happy with what's happening because doesn't really know anyone in the city. However, the only 2 people he really does know are kind of engaging in combat. So he's very he's very unsure of what to do. But he kind of gets it together and he's like, all right, looks like we're doing this. And he casts a searing flame on the back bandit. That one there at a ping.
Which one did you ping, sorry? Alright, fantastic. So that's a wisdom save, isn't it?
Dex 13.
A dex 13. Alright. And he fails.
Nice.
Yay, 5.
5 damage as suddenly he just gets engulfed in this holy fire out of nowhere. He's a bit bewildered by it all as well. He's just kind of like just looks around like confused by why he's suddenly just like flared up.
Yeshua will just say, let the fire consume you.
Lastly, it is now Ulrich's turn.
Okay, so can I see if there's okay, before I do my turn, are these guys next to me, are they good guys or are they bandits too? Or is it just these guys over here?
Just these guys over here are the bandits. These are all just innocent bystanders crowding around.
So is it hard for me to get through them?
They will be considered difficult terrain. So to move through them, it will take double movement.
Okay, so if I walk over here, like in between.
You talking about like maybe moving here?
Yeah, next to that table there. Sorry, I
Okay.
can't find the pinging.
You
Can
just
I
hold
see-
down and click.
Hold
But
down,
anyway.
Oh.
left click.
Right. Anyway, so is that a table there?
This is a table, yes.
Can I see if there's any like ale on there?
Yes, you do find a couple flagons there that have been just left. There's also
Cool.
a lamplight there as well.
Cool. So am I able to pick that ale up, throw it and hit one of the bandits, and then cast firebolt? Is that too much?
Yes, that is too much. Throwing is an action.
Brother.
That is the action. Okay, cool. All right. Well, then in that case, I'm just going to mind see the one that stabbed Yagna.
Yep, Yagra. Yep, so this one.
Yagra, sorry. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
fantastic.
going to cast mind see.
And what is that? What save?
So it's got to do an intelligence saving throw.
All right, intelligence.
Oh, mind slither 1. Oh, I've got to cast, see if I hit, don't I?
No, I don't know. Does it say that you need to cast a hit, or is it a saving throw?
Oh, no, it's a saving throw, intelligence,
Cool.
sorry.
Awesome.
And the end of my, and he also, for the end of the next saving throw, so he's got to subtract 1 die 4 from the next saving throw he makes before the end of my next turn as well.
Fantastic. All right, and he fails it. How much damage?
Just 1.
Just 1 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. All right, yeah, he's like holding his dagger into Yagra's shoulder, and then he's just suddenly like, ah! It's like a sudden like headache, like a slight headache just happens, and he's just thrown a little bit from it.
You need some Panadol.
All right, it's this one's turn. He gets up after suddenly having someone kind of cleave into him, and he looks up at you, and then he just shoves you. Now, if a shove, I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
To Ulrick.
Yes, no, to
To me.
Radgoran.
Okay, strength saving throw. Here we go. That is 14.
14. He gets up, and after that cut, he just really loosely kind of tries to push his weight into you, but if of anything, it just feels like a child has just suddenly just run into you for a second and bounced off.
I just looked down at him like, you alright, mate?
Alright. It's this one's turn, the one that's got the dagger in Yagra's shoulder. Again, he's like, oh, there's this headache, and he pulls out the dagger, and he just yells out at Yagra, and he's just like, get off of her, you fucking bitch! And then instead of trying to stab her again, he just tries to shove her and kind of push her over from it. So he's going to do a strength check. Yagra. God, this woman is a fucking beast.
Fuck
As
She sounds like
Yagra-
a woman.
Yagra gets a nat 20, and so as he
Definitely not my
shoves,
kind of woman.
as he shoves her, Yagra just with the hand that's holding down the man, just lets go for a brief moment, slams into the guy and shoves him back, and he gets punted back a little bit.
Fuck yeah.
It's Yagra's turn. Satisfied with the severe beating to within the inch of this person's life, Yagra gets up and then swings a punch at this guy.
Nice. So she thinks she's enough.
So, yep. Absolutely hits. And deals... Cool. 3 bludgeoning damage as she knocks him the fuck out. So he's currently knocked out. He's out of commission. She kind of like gets up after smacking him. She sees you, Ulrick, and she's just like, Ulrick! I'm glad to see that you're in for a fight as well.
It hasn't been a while, but I see you can handle it on your own.
Dorian.
Do we know why Yager is hellbent on that particular person?
No information has crossed your mind.
Is-
Though you could give me an just roll me intelligence. So on your
Ooh, yep.
yep, a 5.
Done it.
Yeah, you're uncertain. You don't know why.
I mean,
I,
I asked her and she didn't tell me anything.
I look up at what's going on. Look across the table, and there's another ale sitting there being not drunk. So I just pick that up, have a sip, look back down with a bit of a smirk, and leave it at that.
Continue enjoying. Fantastic. All right.
Ulrick, we can't see you.
It is this one's turn. After just getting like that sudden blaze of holy fire on him, he's a bit shook up, looks around, sees like that one of his mates has just been knocked out. Another one of his mates is like, just there, and he's just been burnt, and it's kind of like, boys, we gotta just go. We gotta get going. And he again he now pulls his mate and starts trying to drag him away. Only getting to about here before he like looks at one of the patrons. He's like, "Get the fuck out of the way, lass!" Alright, Radgoran, it is your turn. By the way, it is potentially the reason why that it is rolling advantage constantly and doing all those rolls is that on your D&D Beyond, there is a Beyond 20 button that appears.
I think
You need to ensure you've got normal clicked.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And see how that goes.
Yeah, I think that'll work this time.
That's now your turn. The one in front of you is knocked out.
Well, I'm gonna go for old mate that's because the boot mean is prone. He's prone.
The boot means he's currently prone. Alright, you have advantage against your hit on him?
Can I go here? Do I go here? Or
Yep,
do you want me to
that's
go-
fine.
Okay,
That is fine.
So we go hit. 12.
A 12? A 12 does hit.
Sick. Now let's all cross our fingers, boys. See if I fix this. 1d4. Hey, I fixed it. Another 9 to hit.
Another 9 damage.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a second. Let me have a look.
So I just hold Alt every time. So I looked into it. Apparently, if I've got a few Chrome extensions, they can screw with the Beyond 20.
Yeah,
So I just hold
absolutely.
left Alt. Awesome.
Cool. Alright, yep, so slam into this man as he's prone
Oh yeah.
with your axe.
Sword, long sword, sir.
Your longsword. Thank you for that. Cool. Yep, as you just cut into him and you just hear him bellow out a cry in pain as like this blade just suddenly lands down on him. Alright. The one that you just slammed down on, he looks up at you just bewildered and he's just like, "The fuck are you doing? What the fuck?" Gets up or staggers up
Bleeding.
and he's just, bleeding profusely and he's just like, "Boys, we gotta go!" And he just makes a step here.
Does he?
He doesn't provoke you on that.
But does he? Because he was next to me, do I get opportunity?
No, it's only if he moves out of your range.
So you can
get
move
an
around
opportunity.
someone. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
It's only if they move out of your range.
I get that
Cool.
makes sense because I can still hit him from there, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeshua. It is now your turn.
It's not very comfortable what's happening. But he'll use some movement. Got 30 so far. So that's 30 with the rough terrain.
Yep.
I will just kneel down and close this dude's eyes.
Oh, he's not dead. He's knocked out.
Okay. I'll just make sure that he's okay.
Okay. Yep.
I get that he's an enemy, but I'm a.
Would you like to give me a medicine check?
I will actually. $21.
21.
He'll live, but he's been rocked hard. He hit the ground very hard as well. So you'd be curious as to his state once he awakes.
I will just put my hand on his forehead while I'm doing a medicine check, and I'll just do a little prayer for him. So I'll just roll a religion.
Yeah, no, you don't need to roll religion. You can just do a prayer if you'd like.
We did.
Yeah. Either way,
It was a good prayer.
it was a damn good prayer.
Rolled 24.
Alrighty. Ulrick, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I pick up a rag. Can I see if there's a rag?
If there is a rag, like a
Yeah.
yeah, give me a perception check.
18.
18.
19.
19. Nice. Yes, you do spot a rag, but it's over here. This table looks like it was being cleaned at the time before the fight broke out.
Okay, so anyway, I walk up. It's a little bit too far. I walk over here in front of Yagra, and I look at her and I start talking. I'm saying, look, I know you don't. I know you mean well, and I know you're not scared of a fight, but you can't just go in and use your brute force to solve everything. And then while I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, and then all of a sudden I just inhale, and my eyes start glowing a little bit reddish, and then I raise my arm, and my arm starts flickering with a little bit of fire. And I use my 2 fingers and I point at the bandit that stabbed her. And then I look at him and I just go bang. And then I cast Fireball.
Fantastic. Roll to hit.
Talk shit, get hit.
25.
25 absolutely hits. Roll
Fucking
your damage.
flamethrower.
Was that a nat 20?
No, it
Was
wasn't.
it 19? Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
5.
5 damage, yeah. As you do that, and Yagra looks at you as you're like saying that, and then watches you do this, familiar with how how your spells kind of flow through you, and she just like sees that, and she goes, "Yeah, but you're always keen to back me up."
I just chuckle. You know, somebody's got to keep you in line and keep you out of danger.
Fantastic. Right. Okay. So, Dorian, you're the first to notice this. As right here, suddenly a massive, long green limb just goes onto the rim of the hole and begins dragging itself out. Shouts of alarm suddenly ring out as a hulking creature climbs up out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room. A monster with warty green skin, a tangled nest of wiry black hair, and a long carrot-shaped nose and bloodshot eyes. As it bares its yellow teeth gnawing on the arm of one of the adventurers who descended earlier, the gauntlet crunching under the force of the beast's jaws. It howls, and you see half a dozen bat-like creatures attached to its body, with 3 more circling above it like flies. Everyone in the tavern over here begins reacting in fear, except for the barkeep, Durnham, who you quickly spot. Sorry, who suddenly shouts, "Troll!" The beast straightens itself up, standing nearly 9 feet tall, and suddenly swings its massive claws, catching the 2 armored adventurers here off guard
shit.
as they go flying into the pit. Their screams slowly consumed by the darkness below. The smaller bat-like creatures attached to it begin to bloat and are thrown from the troll from the force of its swing. And they begin to swarm, looking for their next meal. Durnham yells a commanding order from behind the bar as he draws a massive greatsword from underneath and launches at the beast. "All able to fight, focus on slaying the sturges! Someone grab the lamp oil! Set the troll on fire!" As he launches himself over, and all of these people start moving away.
Can I ask something? Am I able to make a minor illusion of a troll?
Not right now.
Okay.
They're waiting for a fair fight. Ha!
Cool. And give me a moment.
What's so good?
Just give me a second if you could. So, let me stop all the sound. Give me a moment while I quickly deal with
I'm just
everything.
refilling my bottle.
Yeah, do your thing.
I can hear everything.
Alright. And mass roll initiative.
Can I give myself
No, you are all still in combat. This hasn't re-rolled initiative or anything like that.
He was talking about.
Nick roll initiative? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's
He needed to
what,
roll initiative
what was.
for the characters he was putting himself in.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, that's fine. No.
It didn't change it on my side anyway. So awesome. So it is this guy's turn. After just getting shot by the fireball, his eyes are almost bulging out as he's seen the troll and he's heard the screams, and he begins shoving his way through the crowd. He's like, "Get the fuck out of the way!" As he kind of starts moving through the crowd as everyone starts suddenly panicking and moving. Yagra sees the troll and looks at yourself, Ulrick, and she goes, "A real fight!" As she suddenly grabs her mace from the table there and begins pushing her way through the crowd of people here, kind of like just barging into yourself, but trying to avoid you, almost just not paying attention to you, Yeshua. She gets to about there. Move this person out of the way. Jam layer. Cool. This bat-like creature here, what Durnham called a sturge, suddenly flies in your direction, Dorian. And it goes to, and you see as it kind of like, as it flies at you, you're like, what you notice about the creature most, and I'll quickly show you this. This is what they look like.
Oof.
Is that it's like, for lack of better description, it's like an oversized mosquito with a long kind of like snout as it comes straight for you and it dives in to try and catch you with it.
Who's it going for?
Dorian.
Right,
Dorian, what is your
being-
armor class?
Being brought into the game whether you like it or not, mate.
My AC's 13.
13. As it like comes flying into you, but it just misses as it goes straight past your head. Which one? It's now this Sturge's turn. As it starts going for the innocent people around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, gets to here. And it also just lunges at this person here. And catches them as it like stabs straight into them. This person immediately falls over and blood's just dripping all out of them. And they are dead. As it begins just drinking, and you like see, like you kind of hear it almost.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking beautiful.
Touch her.
This one in a frenzy comes and joins it and starts drinking from the same.
Thank fuck they're
Dorian.
on that side of the well.
It's now your turn.
While all this happened, Dorian was halfway through a drink. He sculls it really quickly, looks up with a big smirk, and just thinks to himself, finally, a challenge in here. He takes a swing at the first thing that dived at him as he wants to get towards the troll.
Alright. Make a... you going to attack with your staff?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Roll to attack.
Do I just-
There will be like a number next to it, so like +2 or +1 or whatever it is. You click that number first.
Oh, hang on, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
You're on, mate.
I'll click the number next to the door. Oh, there we go.
Okay, no,
Oh
that's
no,
damage.
sorry. You're clicking your arcane focus. So, give me a moment. Sorry, mate. Let me have a look at your sheet.
Oh yeah, he might not have his weapon equipped.
Yep. So you got your staff there. It says melee weapon.
Mhm.
You see a +1. Click the +1 first.
It says hit DC above it.
It is just coming up with staff each time you do it. Hey,
Yeah.
strange. Are you in actions?
Yeah, I'm in actions. Yep. Oh, do I need to be in
Actions.
attack?
No, you just,
Actions, attack. Yep. And then you should see a +1. Can you click it again for me?
It shouldn't matter if he's in all or in attacks.
I don't know
sure.
why it's only saying arcane focus. Give me a moment. I think the wrong, it's the wrong weapons equipped. So your staff is your arcane focus, so it's just not allowing you to do it. You now have your quarterstaff equipped. Can you click the one next to the quarterstaff?
Did that? Didn't... No, it's not doing anything.
Is that the quarterstaff you're clicking?
Where am I looking? Sorry.
May need to refresh your page quickly.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So you want to be in your inventory.
No, that's fine. That's sorted, Kappa.
Because I think I had a dagger and it got changed to a staff because my.
So underneath actions, you have your quarterstaff there.
Oh, yep, there it is. Yeah, there we go.
A
Beautiful.
13. Fantastic. You also do have a dagger. It is in your inventory. I think I accidentally unequipped it on you earlier, so I will put it back in there for you. There you go. Alrighty. A 13 absolutely hits. Click the damage numbers next to it. You'll want to click the top one, which says 1d6 -1. Or one, sorry, you're two-handing it, so you'll do 1d8 -1. Click the 1d8
We
one.
can just go with the 7. No, we'll
Two.
go with the 7. We'll go with the 7.
Yeah. As you bring it down and you crush this thing and it just splurts out in like with a lot of like this green sickly goo that came from it, quite possibly the blood of the troll that it was just feeding on, as that's dead. Do you do anything else on your turn?
Am I allowed to cast
So you won't be able to cast a spell unless it's something that only requires a bonus action.
where would I? So I can't do Hexblade's Curse.
If that's a bonus action, then you can. I
You
believe
can
it is.
you can quickly identify things. If you're in the spell place, it has name and then time and then range. In the time, if it's an action, it'll just be 1A, so that's one action. If it's a bonus action, it'll be 1BA, which is one bonus.
Oh, it is a bonus. Sorry. Sorry. It is a bonus action. So
Yeah, then you can absolutely use it.
Hexblade's curse on the troll.
On the troll. Yeah, absolutely.
Am I within 30 feet of it? I will.
If you use the measuring tool on the left-hand side, it would look like a ruler. If you click on yourself and move towards it, you're absolutely in range.
Got heaps, yep.
Yeah, cool. All right, so you Hexblade curse it.
Dorian's very happy now.
There you go. It's got a little indicator to say it's hexed as well. All right. And do you do anything else? Do you move or do you stay where you are?
I stay where I am.
Okay. It is the troll's turn. You see like all the wounds in the troll from where those creatures were latched onto it. And you watch as they slowly start to close. Ah, shit. Pushed the wrong fucking button. As the troll now makes a wide sweep at Durnham. Brings down its claw on him, and it hits. And then again, it brings down its claw again. And it hits. As you watch like Durnham just suddenly get assailed by this creature as it like just starts thrashing at him. Cool. Radgoran, it is your turn.
Where was the lamp oil?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. I should have remembered.
Waiting for a fair fight.
Oh, I'm sorry, boys. 3.
A 3. You don't. You kind of like there's just so much like kind of like fighting happening and everything like that. But you do see like a lamp that had kind of like been tipped over, and it is like you can see like a little bit of like a black liquid coming out from it just here.
Is it an action to pick it up?
No,
Okay. Well,
it is an action to throw
so
it.
it's tipped over. How far could I throw it?
You can throw that. What is your strength, mate? You can absolutely hit it. I'll just tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah, you absolutely can hit it.
Alright, let's do it. What do I
Okay.
roll? Athletics?
No. Roll a d20 for me, and then you add your dexterity to it.
Okay, cool. D20.
Actually, no, sorry. No, you can add your strength to it. Add your strength to it.
5. Got a 5. So 23.
Sorry, you rolled a 23?
Yeah, well, no. I rolled a 5 and then added my strength to it. So it's 23.
Yeah.
23 all up. You told me
No.
to roll a 1d20.
Yes.
I got a 5.
You got a 5 from your d20,
Yeah.
and then you add your strength modifier, sorry.
Oh, my strength modifier, so plus
Your
4,
modifier.
So 9.
Okay. Yeah. As you launch this lamp, and it kind of like it's slippery, and it just
Sorry,
falls into the hole.
I tried. I was actually thinking about running around, but I was like, nah, fuck it. I've got so much strength.
It's these two's turn, and like most of the other people in here, everyone is just running. Some more armored people seem to be more aware as you watch this guy grab one of the lamps from this table and starts moving over here. They get to about here. Alright. It's this thing's turn. This thing, you can see it's just bloated as it kind of like flies up and then goes straight back down in the hole. Clearly just had its fill. This one does the exact same thing and flies back down into the hole. This guy here that's standing next to you, Radgoran, his eyes are wide and he sees what you tried to do and he's just like, fuck this! I'm out! And he moves out of your range. Do you take an attack of opportunity against him?
1000%.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. No mercy.
No
I would...
mercy.
Yeah, no mercy.
So hit.
Roll to attack.
Do I need to do a hit or is it just attack?
Yes, you need to hit. You need to roll to hit.
16. 22.
16 absolutely
Sorry,
hits.
22 because I get my plus.
Yeah,
Fire. Yeah.
absolutely
And
hits.
then- Look, I'll be nice. I'm just going to do a one-handed slash on him. We'll be nice.
I would say that you're using a two-hander because you were using a two-hander before.
Shit. I held the wrong button again. Sorry. Okay, well then it's a 10.
Yep. Okay. Yep. As he's running, you cut him in two, pretty much. You kind of just like slash him across his back as he just like kind of like just falls on the ground into a bloodied heap.
He did.
He very dead. In retaliation, this man here is just like, they're everywhere. This creature here, kind of like seeing Dorian slam down in this one, feels like it has the chance, like it can do it, and it comes straight for you.
Shit.
And misses you as well, as it kind of comes flying in, and it's like its snout just misses you again. Rolling like shit. It's now this one's turn. As it kind of like, it saw the lamp just fly over, and it kind of sees you, Radgoran, and it comes for you.
Shit.
What's your armor class?
15.
Yeah, rolls a 12 and it misses. As it comes flying towards you, and you just kind of just move out of the way instinctually.
I'll do this.
Ulrick, it is your turn.
Okay, so I quickly run to get a good. I run down here.
Mm-hmm.
I go to cast. Okay. Now, as I get in line of sight, I close my eyes and I put my head down and I start whispering. And then as I'm whispering, I start casting dissonant whispers. I start whispering and then I raise my head and my eyes start glowing radiant red, and I point at the troll and I cast it.
Forgot to roll Durnham's initiative. I'll just roll it now.
Okay. I did 14 points of psychic damage on the
Does it
troll.
need to make a save?
It needs to make melody. One creature of the choice range can racking to the target must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. What does it need to beat?
It doesn't say. So
14.
Your
is
spell
it 14?
save.
Oh, sorry. Attack save. Wisdom 14. Yes.
Cool. Yep, no, it fails. Alright, so you rack its mind with dissonant whispers as it just hears like this cacophony of noise. Does it do anything else to it?
Yeah. So psychic damage must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from me. The creature doesn't move into obvious dangerous ground, such as fire or a pit, on a successful save. The target takes half as much damage, doesn't have to move away.
Yeah, cool. You watch as the troll just kind of like lumbers itself over this way. And it's kind of like holding its head. Do you do anything else on your turn?
No, I am not doing.
Awesome. Dernan's turn. And he screams out, "Fire! Get the fucking lamps! The troll, you won't get down the troll!" As he makes an attack against the troll himself. Cool. As he lifts up this sword, and the sword itself, you see that along the hilt for a split moment, it has like, instead of like its standard kind of like hilt, instead it's just skulls with a big like kind of like lock on him. As the lock, for a split second, you may have thought that you saw the lock open as it goes and cleaves into the troll. And deals a bit of damage.
So question, sorry Matt, if I walk closer to the troll, does that mean he runs further away from me?
No, it's just for that.
Okay.
No, if it was like frightened, for example, different, but it's not the status effect.
Okay.
It's just the effect of that spell itself at that moment. Cool. He's dead, so take him out of this list. Cool. This thing's turn. This thing, bloated as well, goes and follows its friends back down the pit. This one, very much the same, all bloated, and flies back down the pit.
Matt,
Mm-hmm.
you missed my turn. I was 4 with Yanni.
You were 4 with Yanni, were you? I apologize. Yes, sure. Your turn.
Cool. So I'll do a. Wait, let me actually see. I'll do a Toll the Dead 13 Wisdom save on the troll.
Okay. It fails.
If a target is missing any health points, you do 1d12 instead, necrotic damage.
Yep. Definitely missing health points.
8.
8 damage. Alright. How does your Toll the Dead look? Like, does anything like kind of appear, or is it just, how does the action work for yourself?
I feel like something appears right next to the creature, like a Grim Reaper. That's what I feel. And he's got a scythe, and the scythe just goes and just, like kind of decapitates him, but doesn't,
Hell yeah.
because he doesn't die for that. But yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah. Alright, yeah, and the creature sees this. No one else does, just the creature, as this like entity that it has no idea what the fuck it is as well, just suddenly goes cuts into it, and all it knows is it just felt serious pain as it roars out in retaliation. Do you do anything else for your turn?
That is it.
That is your turn. Alright.
Oh, sorry. I'll move just to the bloke that's incapacitated here, because I'm going to move him in a second.
Alright, this
And
one?
then I'll end my turn. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. Alright. These guys' turns. They all just keep running. taking like the limp body of their friend with them. As this adventurer here, Skode, moves up and he tries to launch the lantern at the troll.
You can do it.
Yeah, he absolutely does with a nat 20.
Yes.
As he launches the lantern and it like spills on the troll, and you just see that like this oil kind of like start like covering over the side of the troll.
This guy's on fire.
Our favourite orc gal is here. These guys have moved by now. Yagra. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Moves all the way to here. And she grabs the lamp oil sitting here. Oh, the lantern sitting there. And it is currently lit as she takes a throw at the troll. And unfortunately, when she grabs it in her excitement, she tries to throw it. She instead launches it in this direction.
Oh.
And it slams into the side here of the pit, and you just see like, you know, just as flames kind of like just kind of like go up along the side of the pit.
Trolls can't throw. I mean, orcs can't throw.
Yeah, well, case in
I
point.
send her a message. I send her a message and say, "Not too soon, eh?"
Alright. Dorian, it is your turn.
Is there
Yeah,
any
this creature next
lanterns?
to you.
Yep. Is there any lanterns or anything or
There
close
is a
to me?
lantern on your table.
Can I mage hand it over to the troll and on the way take it underneath that thing for it to take fire damage and then also deal with the troll?
Sorry, say that all again.
Can I pick it up with the mage hand and take it over to the troll? And as I'm doing it, it goes under the thing that's about to attack me.
You would need to cast Mage Hand, firstly, and the Mage Hand would. I will roll a d20 and tell you when the Mage Hand goes. So it won't be able to do it this round. It would be able to do it next round, but you would have to cast the Mage Hand first.
Oh, because it's 2 actions.
Well, no, because the Mage Hand would be a new entity on the battlefield,
Oh, so it needs an. Okay. It needs
and so as a result, it would have its own initiative.
Right.
Otherwise, you could just throw it yourself.
There's no
Okay,
opportunity
I'll-
of attack. Just FYI.
How we used to handle Mage Hand is you cast it and then it just goes on your next turn, kind of thing.
Yeah,
We could even do that.
No, that's all right. I'll grab the lantern and chuck it at the troll.
And lob it at the troll. Alright, give me just roll on your strength, where your strength is, just click the plus or minus button that sits there, and we'll take that as your roll to attack.
Uh-oh.
Nat 20.
Oh, he goes.
Yeah.
Go me.
Alright. As you launch this lantern at the troll, and as it smashes into it, it just engulfs it in flame. As like just fires start just like all up along the troll.
Dorian has a really big smirk on his face, nod of approval.
Yeah, the troll is just like starts screeching and thrashing. Alright.
Fuck, you really wanted to hit that.
These two, now bloated from all that food, from all that blood, fly up and fly down the hole, happy with getting their feed. This entire crowd has now pretty much exited the building. They're all kind of just disappeared now with all the rush and the hustle and the fuss that has been happening. Same with almost all of them. This crowd here. The guards that were here have like taken to organizing the crowd to ensure that everyone can get out. They've like, instead of like, they haven't gotten involved in a fight, but they've taken it upon themselves to ensure that everyone is able to get out safely. But then since they're focusing so much on everything around them, they don't spot those thugs among the crowd or get the chance to stop them as everyone's gotten out of the building. So now the building is practically empty, save for the people that couldn't get out up here. These barmaids are huddled behind, and the woman that served you before is now in this area. Radgoran, your turn.
I should probably attack this thing, before it tries to take a swing at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Alright, roll to attack.
Hang on a sec. Oh, that hurts. 8.
8. Let's see. Unfortunately, yes, you miss. Kind of like as you dodged out of the way, your hand's still slippery with that oil. You kind of just like, you whiff the blow a bit. Do you do anything else in your turn?
No. I'll stay where I am.
8 damage, and it's now also on. Is there not a fire symbol? Would be sick. Be really fucking cool right now, wouldn't it? Oh, we'll just say that's fire for now. Cool. Alright. It's the troll's turn. Alright, so I'm gonna roll a d20. Actually, who wants to roll me a d20?
Me.
Alright. If you roll between a 1 and a 9, the troll will trip back down into the pit.
I like their mods, boys.
Damn.
Hey,
What'd you roll?
12.
A 12.
-3.
The troll is like just wildly swinging around, and in its wild swinging, it is going to potentially see if it clips our man Durnham. As it nat 20s him.
Oh,
That's horrible.
Shit.
Oh no.
Shotgunny sword.
Mage handy sword.
That poor
No,
guy.
he's as he goes flying into this table and just crashes into it in a grunt. The troll continues to wildly swing around, and it's kind of stumbling around the place now, and stumbles up to here, crashing into this table. Dead. Cool. This creature here, again, tries at you, Radgoran.
15.
For a nat 1, as its beak comes for you, and you move your sword and you deflect it, and it crushes a lot into your into the flat. Oh, yeah, crushes into your elbow. And you watch as that entire kind of like needle-like note snout of it just kind of gets snapped and bent, and the creature is like stunned, and it falls down into the pit.
Yes. Do I get an attack of opportunity as it goes down the pit?
If you'd like to try, more than welcome to.
No. We'll let him go.
All right.
I don't want no trouble.
It is this one's turn now. As it also goes for you, Dorian. For a nat 1. Oh, fuck. As it moves to kind of like go into you, and again it like smacks straight onto one of your more padded parts of your armor, and its beak just snaps and it reels back this way. You have a chance. You can make an attack of opportunity against it if you'd like. So you just roll an attack roll on one of your weapons that you want to use.
Sure. For shits and gigs. Where are we? Press the wrong one, sorry.
No, that was right.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That
That's
still works.
perfect.
That's a roll to hit.
Yep,
Roll your damage?
13. Now do your damage.
It's 1d8, isn't it, for the...
Yeah, mod D8 minus 1. 2. Yep. As it kind of like wheels back, and you kind of the tip of your quarterstaff just crushes into it, and this thing just like collapses to the ground.
And only the tip.
That's what I was gonna say. He yells, "Just a tip."
Just the tip. Yeshua, it is your turn.
Oh, was it my turn first and then Yeshua?
Whoever has the highest dexterity. So, like, what's your dexterity modifier?
0.
Yours is 0? What's
0.
yours? 0. I'm gonna just roll a d20 and I'll tell you who goes first. 14 for Yogi, 10 for Yanni. Alright,
Roll
so
initiative
it's
for
Yeshua's turn.
initiative.
I'm gonna shout out in giant.
Ooh.
You'll be dining with the fires of hell tonight.
And I hope that got the troll's attention. I'm gonna kind of forfeit this turn by grabbing this guy on the ground.
Which one?
And I'm gonna kind of start dragging him out, and I'm gonna go to this entrance over here. Do you need me to do a strength?
No,
roll of some sort?
your movement would just be halved, so you can only move 15 feet.
Cool. So I'll go 10, 15.
Cool.
And that will be my turn.
Alright, fantastic. Ulrick, it is now your turn.
Okay, I lock eyes onto the troll, and I aim, and I cast Firebolt.
Yeah, roll to attack.
12.
I'll also give you advantage on this one, because the troll is flailing around.
Roll again.
19.
19.
19 absolutely hits. Roll your damage.
Nat 10. Oh, sorry, a 10.
A 10, nat 10.
Fuck,
Sorry.
It is technically a nat 10.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That means
sorry,
it does 20, right?
All right, Yanni, how do you want to do this?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, boy!
So, I quickly say, because I was messaging Yagatha, whatever her fucking name is, I can't remember.
Yagra.
Yagra, I say move, and as I say move, my eyes start radiating red, and I lock onto the troll, and as I inhale, my veins on my arms start bulging, and as I point at the troll, I start whispering Firebolt, just whispering in Old Dragon, and I cast Firebolt, and then my arms start flickering. My hand starts flickering with flame, and a firebolt unleashes from my arm and directs a hit at the troll.
Yeah, absolutely. As that firebolt just seems to like catches the troll in the back, and with all of its flesh, like this really like hide, like the reinforced hide of it, it's kind of like melted away. Your firebolt just goes straight through it, as the troll suddenly stumbles back and then falls down the pit. And is dead. Well done.
So because I'm next to the pit, can my character just have a look how far down it goes?
Yeah, you look over it, and even with your 300 foot of dark vision, it just continues to descend into absolute darkness. You can give me a history check if you'd like.
Wait, what's the ship orc's name?
Before I give you a history check,
Okay.
is there something on the ground or the table, an object that I can just pick up?
And go
On the ground around you.
Yep.
ping test.
Yeah, you find like a discarded like flagon that's been like during the commotion it was dropped.
Cool. I'm gonna grab that and then I'm gonna cast light on it
Okay.
and then I'm gonna drop it down the hole.
Wait,
Yeah,
are we out of
absolutely.
battle now?
You are out of battle. Sorry, I should have said that, but I'm just going to resolve Yogi's curiosity first.
Yeah.
As you do that and you drop it and you watch it as it descends, and then it gets dimmer and dimmer, and then it just disappears.
Fuck me. History. Okay. Yes.
That's what I wanted to begin with.
12.
You only know of the stories that others have told of what this pit is, and that this was is the only known way to descend into what is below Waterdeep, known only as the Undermountain. But you're not well versed in it, and you don't know much more.
Okay.
Alright. And you are now all out of combat.
Wait, what's the chick orc's name again? I just wanted to.
Yagra.
Yagra.
How do you spell it?
Yagra, and her surname is Stonefist.
My character's gonna move down with this guy down towards the bar. And I'm gonna just shout out to everyone. All the wounded come here. I'll mend you. I'll heal you up.
Yeah,
And I'm
as
just gonna do medicine on them all. All the wounded.
Is this guy dead?
Which guy?
No, he's
Yes.
not.
Yes,
Oh,
no,
he's-
you that's the one you cut down. You
Yeah.
see there's
Can
a
I-
couple like barmaids kind of like putting like they're about to put a cloth over him.
Can I go to drag him? Can I make it look like I'm dragging him and see if there's any loot on him?
They shoot you a look, being like, "You've cut the man down. What more do you want to do? Throw him into the pit?"
Yeah, I think so.
I make
actually.
a minor illusion to make it look like there's a blanket over him while he tries to loot him.
My man.
Just gotta make friends real fast.
Like as the lady's about to put the blanket, sees another blanket that kind of like looks up, and she's a bit confused, but she still puts the blanket over it. And
Broke the matrix there, bro.
Jesus. As like another like what appears to be like an okay armored kind of like adventurer is kind of like standing over, and you see that he's kind of like looking at you boys, and he's just like, you'll probably get away with it considering the whole incident,
Nice.
but
And
leave the body.
I say, look, he's not going to use his equipment now.
So you're a grave robber.
No. But there's no point in
Back off, mate.
We just want to make use of the items he might have.
You
Just-
two back the fuck off.
Okay, enough said. Duly
So-
noted, sir.
I walk up here, pick up the rag, and take it to Yagra, and I say, clean your wound up.
I love how you've slid into her DMs, mate.
Yeah.
And the,
Yagra kind of like takes it, and it's just like, what wound?
the one on your arm that you got stabbed.
Oh, and kind of like you see it, like kind of like just plop it on top of it, and it's just like good as new.
And I ask her, what was that all about?
Before you do, Durham has kind of made his way back over to the bar, and he's like laid his sword back over the top of the bar countertop as the woman named Bonnie like grabs it, and she's just like that goes and like puts it back underneath, and he looks over at yourself, Yeshua, and he's just like, I gotta thank you for the help there, lad, and for tending to the wounded. It's quite noble of you.
Yeah, no, this is what I love. I just everyone needs to be taken care of and looked after. So this is my lot in life now, and I love it.
Yeah, and also you fella, pointing over towards you, Dorian, is just like mighty fine throw there.
I'll look over to him. Shrug. Look down the hole. Think, should have chased after that troll.
Jagger's just Donan's like, I really thank you for helping, unlike the rest of these rabble, and like yells out, looking over at all the other adventurers that still remain. He's just like, adventurers, I've never seen worse since my days. Well, to all that helped, free lodgings for at least the next few days while I still am quite impressed with yourselves, and you may also have your help to the ale. I'm gonna go just stretch a little bit.
I'm walking over here to put my mouth underneath the keg.
The barmaid there looks at you quite strange. She's like, I can pour you a flagon, you know?
Yeah, pour me one as well, please, love. Cheers.
Well, as you like, she like looks at you quite strange, and it's just like, okay, and grabs like a flag, like an
And then I
empty
come
one,
back
and just
around.
like,
And then I
pops
say,
open this one.
then I say in the Barney voice, "Hook it to my veins."
Dorian,
So, do we know anything about Durnan?
No,
Okay.
you do not.
Question. With this guy over here
Which guy?
that told us to back off.
Which guy? This guy?
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as he was talking to us, I tried to, I wanted to look exactly what he looked like. Does he have like an insignia or a tattoo on him saying he's from a house or anything like that?
No, he seems like any other adventurer you've come across in paths with in the past. He's got like, you know, this guy in particular looks like his armor has been well fitted. It is a bit dirty, and he does wear like a red scarf, but there was no distinctive features. He does have a scar across his face.
Do we discern that he's a human, or?
He is human.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'd like to ask Durnan what his background is and.
Dirted's
why
already
he's here.
left.
Oh yeah, that's right. He went upstairs. Damn it.
Yeah, Dirted has left.
I wanted to have a talk to him, but that's alright. We'll talk.
Did
to him
you have anything more to say to Yagra, by the way, Yami?
Yeah, well, I was gonna ask, what was that all about? What was that all about before you beat the shit out of that poor bandit?
Poor bandit? That was a fucking Xanathar guild. You seen what they've been doing to us? Hunting us down on the streets? Don't even know what it was about. I'm here in the tavern enjoying a drink, and this motherfucker came up to me, started spitting at me.
And I yell out, "Oh, I got your back, love. Don't worry."
Has she got any sigils on her?
She has a. You can give me a quick perception check on her.
For the chat, sigils are tattoos, I'm guessing.
It was more so for like a clan kind of thing.
Yeah, a mark.
No, you. What you see on her is a large tattoo, black tattoo of a snake with wings on her shoulder.
And I rolled a 17, by the way, guys.
Large tattoo.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was what you saw. That's what you see
yeah.
on her.
On her, on her
Large
what?
tattoo
Sorry.
of what? Sorry.
Sorry, Yogi?
Last tattoo. Where exactly was it? Sorry.
On her like bicep area of a snake with wings.
Snake.
Okay.
And what did you say, Yanni? Sorry.
I was gonna say, okay, but in public you can't just beat them up in public. We'll deal with it behind the scenes.
You've always been too cautious when sometimes things need a good thumping. Well, I'll hit you up later. I'm fucking over this place. And she starts walking out.
As she's walking out, I shoot her a message. I use my cantrip and shoot her a message and say, just take care, don't hit anybody on the way back home.
She's like, make no promises, back to you in her mind. I'll be in contact. She walks out the door.
I put my hood up and then I go next to Dorian. And I sit on the stool and I look at Dorian and I say to him, very nice throw. I couldn't catch your name, and you are?
Dorian. Name's Dorian.
Ah,
How do we get
pleasure.
another troll out of that portal?
Another try? I'm not sure. That's the first time I've ever seen it.
Interesting. It's quite the place we have here.
I look at Radgoran,
Radgoran.
and I look at him and I say, very nice throw earlier. It has the oil on the fingers.
Mate, you better watch where these fingers go if you keep talking like that. They can run nice and oiled up.
Very good. I might use them later.
Do you have to be crass?
At this time, a fellow is walking around the corner. He is very well dressed. He's like kind of like it's very like kind of loud colors, almost like a bard's outfit. It's bright purple. He kind of like strokes his mustache, adjusts his floppy hat, tightens his scarf as he comes over, clapping his hands with a notepad underneath, and he's just like, bravo, bravo! That was amazing! The thrill, the excitement, anticipating whether the fire would really fell the troll or if it would just anger it more and bring you all to ruin. It would have been a better story if it actually happened that way, but I couldn't have written it better myself. And kind of comes over, regards you, Dorian, and looks at all of yourselves. He goes, full of thump, Gedrin, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity at your service. I trust you noted, well, the violence in our fair city these past few weeks, and I mean, I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. but I digress. So, though you all handled yourselves rather spectacularly, as again, couldn't have done it better myself. And with verifying your abilities with my own eyes, I'd like to extend you all an offer for a job. I had already recruited the first for the task. My Gith friend just here that also appears to be your friend, and if I had known he had such friends, I would have also invited you into my private interview room, and now, at least I know I have the full party. Just come! Please, come sit at my table. I want you, I welcome you to come here. Tell me all. As he kind of like gestures all to yourselves to move up into this room.
Question. Who was that guy that Yagara beat the shit out of?
You do not know. You can give me, just yourself, you can give me a...
I also believe it was a female.
It was a male, sorry. I thought I said that before. But just to clarify, it was a male.
Okay.
You can give me a history with advantage.
I cast guidance on him.
All right, yeah.
21.
Plus a d4, so it doesn't matter. You passed it anyway. The tattoos on his head indicated he was from the Xanatha Guild, which is one of the larger gangs within Waterdeep that is currently in a bit of a turf war with one of the Zentarim factions.
Okay. Also, the guy next to Yogi, was that the person that was knocked out?
No.
Right here.
That's someone that was knocked out by Yagra, but it's not the person Yagra was initially beating on.
Right. So, is this? Can I see if this person is part of a guild or a?
Yeah, you go over to him and you can give me an investigation check to search his body.
So he's not dead, is he?
No, he's knocked out. He's currently
Okay, cool.
unconscious.
Investigation, you said?
Yep.
16.
You do see on his he was wearing like a long sleeve, so you didn't notice it, but as you kind of like lift up his sleeve, you see that he also has a lot of eyes tattooed onto his arm, into his right arm.
Now that, okay, cool. All right. I walk over here. So if I do charm person, right, just say, if I do charm person, and he's knocked out, does that mean I can still use him to get up
No.
and walk around? Okay.
No, charm person doesn't give you control of the person, you influencing them.
Okay. Yep. Okay, cool. So tattoos with eyes, and we don't know what that is. Okay.
Well, yeah, he said Xanatha Guild, right?
Xanatha Guild, was it?
And I got
Yeah.
it down in the sheet, but
Okay,
just for
Xanatha
you
Guild.
whether or not
Okay.
to tell us.
Yep. Okay,
Matt,
Xanatha Guild.
you said eyes.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah, so they're tattoos of eyes.
Okay, which is different from the snake with wings,
Correct.
which is assumed the Xanatha Guild.
Yep, so unless Yanni shares it, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So your character wouldn't know unless Yanni's saying it, but yeah, outside of the game, that's correct.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm still kind of kneeling with this guy, and I was kind of just healing other people as well. But it looks like they're all gone now, except for this guy hasn't, got any consciousness or anything like that. Still unconscious, but I'm gonna say, healing isn't cheap, and I'm gonna sleight of hand him to find his wallet. But I don't really care if anyone actually sees me. But I definitely will sleight of hand it.
Yeah, roll a sleight of hand check.
14.
All right. Give me a moment.
And
Hang
I
on a
mean,
second.
that's cool. I'm still going to say what I'm going to say though.
Yep.
I'm going to say the price of good health is always expensive.
The guard doesn't notice you, but the barmaid does, and you kind of like, as you slip it out, she just gives a bit of a frown, but shrugs and turns around and goes back to pouring some more ale.
Can I walk down?
Sorry, continue.
Can I walk over where all the foot traffic basically left out the tavern and see if anything of importance was dropped in the hurry?
As you're trying to walk away, Volo kind of pipes up and he goes, I will pay for all your drinks, your lodgings, your food.
They're already
Please,
free.
I must have your attention.
They're already free right now, so you might have to put a bit more cream on that offer.
This will only take a minute.
You see him kind of like playing with his fingers a little bit, and he's just like, okay. As you kind of like do as you go over. Give me a perception check, Dorian. And Yeshua, you pick up a pouch that has 3 shards and 6 nibs in it. So 3 silver.
Fucking poor cunt.
You're
6
just gonna
gold.
chuck that on your person. We're not doing like a. You put that.
Sort that out later.
7.
Yeah, it was 7. You look around, and between all the mess of, like, just like some broken furniture, a lot of like, you know, empty flagons and like liquid and all kinds of stuff that's been thrown around, you don't really spot anything. You do see that there seems to be like some discarded coin. You see about. Cool. You see about 10 copper on the floor. But otherwise, you don't notice anything else of value.
Okay, well, with that, I pick it up and head back towards Volo.
I'll head up there too.
Yeah. And what is Ulrick and Radgoran doing?
Okay, I
Yeah, I'll-
shoot a message to that bard. What's his name?
Volo.
Volo. I shoot a message to Volo and I say, I'll only join you and talk to you once my friends leave, and only if you have information on the Xanathar Syndicate.
Which friends are you referring to, just for my own understanding?
Radgoran and Yeshua.
So you'll
You
only speak to them when they're not present?
You want to talk to him
Correct.
when we're not around.
Correct.
Volo kind of like looks like he's a bit weirded out by this voice, and he yells out, "But I must have the whole party." Okay. All right. Well, it saves me 100 gold from employing another. So, all right, everyone else, come in.
I'll go in.
I'll join him from the back, but I'll only talk to him about what I want to know with the gang on his own while everyone's gone. if
Yanni,
that
are you
makes sense.
joining him? Are you joining the party up there, or are you going to be opting out of this conversation?
No. I would be joining, but I'll only talk to him because I only want to talk to him about the gang.
I don't mind what you want to talk to him about. I just need to know if you're going to be in the conversation.
Yes,
or not.
correct. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Cool. I'll pull you all up there. Sweet. So he kind of sits down, and you see that there's actually quite a nice spread in this like little more private
Quite
area.
cozy.
The red curtains kind of like make it a lot more private and closed off here. And as he sits down, you see him kind of like he's twitching a little bit, and he goes, I hope you are all, you willing to do jobs, yes, like, for hire. I saw what you did there, and you did it without payment, so I hope that you would do something for payment. Well, our friend there points it towards Dorian. She's like, was just about to take the offer, and since you're his friends, I'm sure I'll be able to employ. He seems to be trailing off a little bit. You?
What does this employment entail? And Dorian, I've never met her, but put my hand out and I'll go to shake his hand or gesture to shake his hand.
Dorian watches. Silence.
Yeah, no. Dorian looks over, looks down, says to himself, "Friends," with a bit of a chuckle. Pretty loose term around here. Looks at him and says, Maybe with time, but not right now. I don't shake the hands of people I've only just met.
You see Volo's kind of like sitting there and he's just like, new friends then. Well, you asked about the job and it is, I promise you, a simple one. I've lost my friend. And I'd hope that yourselves could just find them. Welfare check. Oh, I haven't seen him for a couple of nights and I haven't heard from him and I just want to make sure he's okay. And if you find him, I'll give you 10 dragons now, and then 100 dragons each on return.
If anything, this sounds dangerous. We would like 50% now, 50% after the job is done.
Why would it be dangerous?
Well,
Waterdeep is a big city. He's like he'd be fine.
It's a dangerous city.
Dorian turns around. Dorian turns around and says, if no one's going to die, I'm out.
Yanni, you can give me a persuasion check.
I think I like this guy.
You got this, baby.
Oh!
7.
He's just like, I could give you 10 gold each, and as I said, 100 gold each, once you just tell me he's okay.
Look, what I think is going on here is a lot more dangerous than you let on it to be, because
You can give me an insight check.
Okay.
Can I, before he keeps doing that, can I send him a message saying intimidate him, and I make a minor illusion and make Yogi look more bulky and buff, and like darkish.
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait until Yogi's role's been resolved?
Yeah, we'll wait.
Yeah. He's being truthful.
24,
It sounds like it's simply what he's saying is truth so far. He's going to pay you. And he appears to genuinely just want to do the task that he's mentioned.
Does he genuinely think it's safe?
That wasn't the question.
I'll raise an eyebrow and I'll just say,
no one gives 40 dragons up front and then 400 once a welfare check is done.
Well, I'd said before. Chronicler, wizard, celebrity. I have money. And my friend, he's worth the money. The man's got more beauty than brains, and he gets lost. I just, as I said, I haven't been able to find him, and hope that, I could find someone else. I've got a book to write, and I got interviews, and I don't have time to go look for him. So, I'd hope that yourselves could instead. I could employ you.
50 now, 50 later.
Give me a persuasion check. What? Yanni?
No. No, nothing. No.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, he still goes, as you said, I'm already paying a lot. Give you 10 dragons now, each, and then I'll give you 100 dragons each once you come back to me.
Give us the details.
Okay. You see, you get kind of pipe up, and he's a bit more excited. He's just like, well, his name is Floon Blackbar. Floon, N for Nelly, and then BLAGM, M for Mike, AAR. And he's like, as I said, he's got more beauty than brains, and I mean, I just worry that he took the bad way home a couple nights ago, and I've now misplaced my friend. Amid all this violence, as you've even said, that there is in the city, and I don't know. I don't know where he is. I want to make sure that he's okay. Yeah, as long as you track him down and find him, and
What would the bad
get
way home
payment.
be?
We were in the dock ward.
Where?
The dock ward.
Dock ward.
Hmm. Known associates?
Well, myself, of course. Floon is a good boy. He's, from, not a bad, not, a family of some repute, not nobility, but that they do all right. They're part of the stonemasons guild, and it's just.
Where is home?
He should have came back to the sea ward, but I haven't heard from him. And it's a little embarrassing, but I admit maybe I got him into a little trouble when we went out drinking, but I will not rest until he is saved.
Hmm. So you're the number one suspect then?
No. It's just
Well, wait a second. People that he knows is you.
Mm.
Last person that he saw, or that you saw him with, was you.
Well, no, I
You
saw
got him in trouble.
I last saw him in the Skewered Dragon Tavern in the dock ward when I was too drunk and I made my own way home.
The what tavern?
Skewered Dragon.
Any enemies?
No, I hope not. None to my knowledge.
How did you get him into trouble?
It's a little bit embarrassing, but beset by the curse that all great authors like myself suffer, the writer's block.
Of course.
Yes, I'm so glad that I've met another fellow that understands. And I met Floon for some drinks at the Skewered Dragons 2 nights ago. We drank and we gambled for a few hours. And then I stumbled my way back home for some much-deserved rest, but the challenge is that Fluen's not a good gambler. And with me leaving, I don't know how well he fared. He said he was leaving straight away after myself, so I was quite confident to make the walk back.
I don't know much about these parts, but what I do know is the tables have owners. Who was the owner of that table?
I wouldn't. Well, probably whoever runs the Skewered Dragon, I'd say. Or whoever was sitting at the table at the time with us. I mean, they're all shipwrights, they're dock workers, labourers. It's a normal kind of thing down there. Fun, if you're good at it.
I stand up and walk over here and walk behind him, and I have my arms crossed, and I lean up on the wall and I say, "And who owns the Black Dragon?"
Skewered Dragon?
The Skewered Dragon, yep.
I wouldn't know. It's just another tavern bar in the dock ward. There's plenty of them. It's not a place I'd personally frequent, but it's a location.
I'd be under the assumption that he probably wouldn't know. I mean, if you go to a bar, you're not going to really know who owns it.
You can give me an insight check if you want, Yanni, to that answer.
Sorry, how do you spell it, Matt?
Skewered, like skewered meat.
Skewered.
K-E-W-E-R-D.
Let's hear the S.
17.
17. He appears to be telling the truth.
And I say to him, as a storyteller, you don't take much notice about your surroundings, do you?
By whatever do you mean? Kind of like sits up a little bit.
Well, stories generally have detail, and you have no detail at all.
I take absolute offence to that, my
And
good
so
sir.
you should.
I am. My last book, Follows Guide to Monsters, was the bestseller in all of Waterdeep. And my next book, Follows Guide to Spirits and Spectres, is going to be just as better.
Is
Dorian
it? Well, I
Dorian
have
turns
never
around.
heard of that book.
Dorian
Which
turns
one?
around and says,
Sorry, Dorian?
Dorian turns around and says, yeah, where the fuck were you when the troll was here?
I am a writer, not a fighter. Though I'm sure that if the need came, I may have been able to conjure a flame of some sort. I don't know.
Big man in the back.
And let me guess, you had a very detailed description of the troll.
Yes, I did. I did, actually. He kind of like grabs his notebook and give me a perception check. And you can have advantage because you're standing right behind him so close.
19.
19.
Oh,
Yep.
thank
And he
God
grabs
for
his
advantage.
notebook and he quickly like kind of like stuffs it in like, but you caught a glimpse of it, and it says the 4 ogres that climbed out of the pit.
I see. Just like your friend, he's doomed with your detail of story.
Well, I wouldn't say he's doomed. I have quite a good description of my friend that I can provide, and with that description, I'm sure that you'd easily be able to find him.
And with that description, I might add, you have to give me 80% up front.
We've already agreed that it would be 10 gold now, and then 100
I
dragons.
start walking out.
Okay, well, I save some money, some dragons, but for yourselves, will you still
I
be...
will say that we didn't really agree. We're just asking questions. And questions demand answers. And I believe you didn't really give us a great deal of.
answers are you wanting?
Do you have 450 dragons on you, do you?
Give me an insight check.
22.
You see him start sweating when you say that. He's just like, not on me right now. I have the 50 dragons, 10 for each now. But the other, the other dragons, I would just need a little bit of time to gather.
So you had 10 for Dorian before. Now you've got 50 for all of it.
Oh, sorry, I meant 40. Sorry, 4 players.
40, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Math's not adding up, boys.
Dorian turns around to him and says, you're so vague, but you're so sure that you got your friend in trouble. There is more to this story than you're letting on.
You can give me an insight check. And you can
I'll
have
give him
advantage because
guidance.
he's a bit flustered as well.
I'll give him guidance as well.
Okay.
Guidance is just the 1d4, Nick.
Can you just
So you're,
throw that out like willy-nilly?
16.
16. Yeah, no, with a 16, everything he has said is truth, even when he's now been called out. You're not getting any hint that he's leaving details out.
Okay.
You get the impression that
He's just
all that he can provide is now on the table in front of you.
What I'll say to him is,
look, I can't speak for Dorian, but the rest of us, I believe, will take the job. However, looks like we're making this book for you, so we'll be taking some royalties on every sale.
On which book?
On your current book there, son.
With the 4 trolls.
Four trolls.
When you say the 4 trolls, you see him kind of like his eyes like light up a little bit. And he's just like, we could potentially talk about this with my lawyer present, and possibly we could make some deal. But so long as you're taking the job and you'll find my friend, anything's on the table.
Oh, sounds like that's what's going to be happening then, doesn't it?
I look over to him and say, "So, does your friend need to come back, dead or alive?"
He kind of like looks at you and he's just like,
I think that's a valid question.
I do. And he kind of like steals himself, takes a deep breath. He's like, I would just like information on his welfare.
Dorian laughs a bit. He pulls his dagger out and starts spinning it on his finger with a smirk, making him very uncomfortable.
You see him kind of just like kind of like gulp, like you see him swallow a little bit, and he shakes his head. And he's just like, I know you will provide me. You'll bring back good news. I believe that you'll bring back good news.
Bring back something. That's for sure.
I ask him, give me the exact detail of what his friend looks like to every last freckle.
Okay. Well, Floon is a rather dashing man. Not as dashing as myself, of course, but the early 30s, wavy red blonde hair. He always dresses in a princely garb. I don't know why he's not a prince, but he always dresses as such. Probably like you see him doing this, and he's just like just a little bit shorter than me. Yes, he must be. He's a little bit shorter than me.
Dresses in what? Sorry,
princely garb.
Princely garbs.
Can I say, is that a lie about the height?
You give me an inside check on the height. You're gonna have advantage as well because he's quite flustered by all of your saves.
Okay, all right.
Sounds like they might be busting each other's
Wow,
cheeks.
11 with advantage.
11. He could be. Yeah, you don't really read much more.
Okay, so what I do is I minor illusion myself, and I turn myself into his exact description. I said, "Is this exactly what he looks like?"
Oh, what is wrong with your face? There's not even a face there.
Because he didn't tell you what his face looked like.
Oh gosh, he must be. I'm assuming he's the funny man of your group. Yes.
Unfortunately not.
Do we know how tall Volo is?
Yeah, like 5'10".
5'10". Alright, so he's average height. Bit short. Alright. I think we've got all we could out of this guy. We take our gold, put it on our person.
Yep. He puts each of you receive 10 dragons, so 10 gold.
Ulrick, you should try and sleight of hand him.
No, he just kind of like puts like a big pouch on the.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. 10 gold each.
Can I
Now, Nick, do you know how to add gold?
No.
Give me a second. What's up, Nick?
Can I perhaps illusory script the agreement for our party to him with the details?
You want to write up like a contract? Do you want to write up a contract?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And
yeah,
in it, I want to say failure to pay means
Slavery?
he's dead.
No, we're taking him to slavery. He's a bard, he could play some good songs.
You grab a piece of parchment off the table and you cast your illusory script with all of the details on it, and you hand it. Does everyone sign it, or does he just need to sign it?
everyone, including himself, signs it, but to
Yeah.
anyone else that looks at it, it's intangible.
So it just doesn't have. He can't understand any of the writing on it, but you're handing him a piece of paper telling him to sign it.
No, I think
No,
we can't read it,
we-
and he can. Is that what you're saying?
No, we can all read it, including Volo, but anyone else outside.
Anyone
of
else outside of it. Yep.
the
Okay.
table cannot
Yeah.
read
Cool. So Volo has a look at the agreement. He's just like, oh, this is very professional. If you, I knew I chose the right one. But just let me get a quick once over, and he just starts looking through it all, and fuck me, he's just like, yep, this looks all in order, and he goes, writes it and signs his name to it.
Not sound good.
And he goes back and he goes, and I get a copy, of course.
I just smirk at him and put it in my pack. Okay. Hopefully
Well,
you don't
so
pay up.
I chuckle.
Then just a gentleman's agreement. That's fine. I've got a very good memory. I will remember every word that's put on that piece of paper.
Was
I
it
love this
everything that we actually talked about, or was there other shit on there?
Just that he's gonna die if he doesn't fucking pay up.
Yeah.
No,
As
I'm
I'm
just
signing it,
No.
signing it, I read the fine print. I just chuckle. I like your work, and then I start chuckling and I sign it.
There's everything we spoke about written down
Plus?
plus nothing.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Plus nothing, all right.
Yeah,
So 10% of his book fees, cool. All right,
For life.
I'll sign.
Yeah, I'm signing.
I mean, you can add something to it. Can they add something to it?
Nah,
I
because
guess.
he's already.
Nah, he's already
We
signed
already kind of talked about it anyway, so
Yeah.
not a percentage, but
it.
That's right. Cool. We head out. Do we have to? Gonna move
Okay,
it
2
on?
seconds.
Yeah, you're right. Dun-dun-dun.
Alrighty then. Cool. Alright, and is there anything else you'd guys like to do for this evening before turning in? It is quite late at night at this point. So either you can go through the streets if you'd like, but you are all kind of quite feeling tired at this point.
I'm just gonna grab one more dark ale. That's for sure.
How long's it? Can I start to go for a wander down to Dockward?
If you'd like to do your own little wander down to Dockward, you absolutely can.
Cool.
Is anyone else going to come along? You guys going to all head out now, or are you going to head out in the morning?
I don't ask the others whether they want to come.
Oh, you're just going to head off.
Sneaks
Alright.
away in the night, in the dead of night.
Cool. And once you're done with your wander to Dockwood, will you be turning back? Will you be coming back to the tavern to turn in for the evening?
Do I have to answer that?
Yes.
You do.
Ooh.
He needs to know where you are.
I need to have an understanding of what you're doing. If you don't want the others to know, you can send me a message.
Or it's, yeah, I mean, it's also like if you tell Matt and we're not meant to know, we'll just act like we don't know.
No. I'll come back.
Okay.
You'll come back. Okay, cool. And for yourselves, what are yourselves doing?
Yeah, I'm turning in.
You're going to turn in?
With my dark ale. Nursing it.
I quite like the night, so I kind of want to go out.
You're going to go out, so yourself and Dorian are both going out, but you're not going with Dorian then? Because I'm assuming that Dorian won't be having you tagging along, unless you will be tagging along with him.
No, I probably won't tag along with him. I'll go looking for the Temple of the Moon.
Okay, so you're going to continue your search out for the evening for that, and once you're done with your search, will you be heading back to the tavern to rest?
Yeah, I might go out for a little while and then swing back by the port, even though I don't know he's there. But
The dock ward?
Yep, I don't know which way this temple is or anything like that. So
Okay. And Yanni, what will you be doing?
As everyone leaves, I ask I ask him, because I shot him a message as we were entering the room. I ask him about if he knows anything about the two gangs.
What do you want to ask him?
I want to ask him, do you know the gang with all the eyes on them? Have you seen them before? With the tattoos
what do
of
you-
eyes.
I've seen individuals with the tattoos of their eyes.
And what gang is that called?
I-
Where are they from? Which brotherhood?
You can give me a persuasion check.
$25.
You learn nothing that you don't already know. He says that the Xanatha guilds. I've heard of them. I've seen some individuals walk around. I've never had any dealings with such ruffians, though.
Do you know much of any other gangs? Is there
I just know what the City Watch has published and that we're all aware of. That the Zentarim and the Xanatha Guild are having a little bit of a tiff at the moment, to what we know. But apparently it's only a small tiff currently, and all will be well from what we've been advised. Don't get involved in the politics.
okay? Okay, that's all.
And what will you be doing for the rest of the evening? Will you be turning in?
No, I don't want to tell the other boy. I don't want anybody to know what I'm
Then
doing.
message me what you're going to do. All right. Radgoran, you turn in for the evening, and you just go for a rest.
Yeah. Where do I go? Like on this map.
Yanni, you have no way of contacting them.
Okay. What? Not even with my
You need to see people for message.
No. I've got something called telepathic speech.
Yes.
That's 30 feet. Yeah, sorry. Yep, never mind. Okay.
Just walk around the town using that till you get it right.
Yeah, nah. All right. I need a rest.
All right, you're going to go rest. Radgoran, sorry, what were you saying?
Which way's the bed?
Yeah, so I'll just it's up the stairs here, but
Oh, over there. Okay.
just
Sorry,
imply.
I'm in the wrong. I'm going the wrong way. I'm pretty drunk, I think, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We're going this way, boys.
Right.
Should have had some milk.
Follow the
Go over
drunk
that way.
Half-orc.
And you guys then go and retreat for the evening. I'm just gonna pull the scene. So we will do Dorian first. Dorian, you walk out the door. Give me a like an intelligence check. Just roll intelligence for me.
15.
15. Yep. Well, in your time here, you've got a rough idea where the docks are, and you set out in the direction of the docks. Are you being quite sneaky about it, or are you just walking quite casually down that way?
I'm just walking casually.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'll quickly resolve this. Give me a give me another perception check, if you could.
Perception. Oh, 2, 3.
Should we be seeing
So
a different
as you-
map or something, Matt?
No, not currently.
Cool. You just run
Yeah.
through this. All good.
I'll move you guys just up to this. So as you make your way in the direction of the dock ward, you notice that like in the castle ward where you were, all the lamplights were on, and you know it was quite brightly lit, the streets, considering the alleys are darker as expected, but otherwise the streets were quite brightly lit. But as you started entering into what would be the dock ward, and you can hearing the waves lapping against the docks and the jetties, you're noticing that it's getting significantly darker. You're realizing that there's no light on the streets here. Like there's just no source of it. And the further you go in, the darker it is. You're noticing that a lot of individuals around here are either, you know, stumbling their way somewhere, like all very intoxicated, while there's quite a lot of rougher looking individuals kind of like standing around just watching people as they pass. Give me another perception check.
Can I ask it? Can I do I notice any particular, like the people stumbling and that? Do I notice that they're coming from any particular direction where like they might be coming out of another inn or pub or?
Yeah, so give me the perception check, and we'll use that value for both of these things I'm doing.
7.
So the people you're noticing, like more like the middle of the street, they're kind of all just falling over themselves. Some buildings have their lights on, and you eventually come to a part as you continue to wander around. You eventually come to like a part which is, and one of the lights from one of the buildings is kind of like shining onto a street sign that says Dock Street, and you're seeing as you look down it, there's quite a number of bars here. People are all standing outside. Some are having drinks. Some of them are closing up, and you can see them people getting thrown out. There's a little like kind of fight happening outside another establishment where a couple drunken guys that seems to be just like having a bit of a fist fight. But you're realizing that on Dock Street where you are, this seems to be a number of what these bars could potentially be.
Can I go up to one of the people and ask where I would find the skewered dragon?
Yeah, so the people you currently see there are... Yep, so you've got the fighting. You have some people that are having a fight, and there seems to be a couple other guys like standing there like cheering on the individual side, and there's a couple like looking like laborers almost, just moseying their way towards yourself. Who would you talk to? The ones fighting, or the ones that are kind of like heading in your general direction?
I would just go up to the two heading in my general direction.
Yeah, and yeah, so what do you ask them?
I just grab one of them, tap them on the shoulder, and say, "Where would I find the skewered dragon?"
Kind of like as you tap him on his shoulder, he kind of like shrugs off you, and he's just like, "What?"
And then I turn around and said, "Did I stutter?"
Did you stutter? No, what? I didn't hear what?
Where
You just grabbed me and... Sorry?
Where would I find the skewered dragon?
Skewered dragon? Well, not along here. Give me a moment. Yeah. He kind of looks at you guys. It's a place that I think it's called that, like over on Fillet Lane. You're going the wrong direction.
What direction is Fillet Lane?
That
Fillet
way.
Lane?
Fillet, yeah, like a fish fillet.
Fish fillet?
Yeah. He just points, and like the way he's pointing, like he goes straight into one of the like in a general direction to the southeast.
I just say thanks and start heading in that direction.
Yeah, cool. Give me a survival check. And then another perception check. Actually, no, just survival first.
12.
Yeah, cool. And give me a perception check.
17.
Yeah, awesome. So you wander about for about another 2 hours. You're looking at all the buildings, and like Asa said, the streets are getting very dark, and you don't notice any street signs that go by the name Fillet Lane in the direction you're heading. And you're also noticing that the later you're out, the more people that are watching you as you're walking around.
Is there anyone close by me at this stage?
Give me another perception check.
Right.
None that you're aware of.
I guess I just keep wandering around.
All right. Give me one more survival check.
7.
You wander around for another 2 hours, and yet still no luck. You find yourself completely lost.
Completely lost.
Yeah. You don't know if you're southeast right now. You don't know if you've maybe gone north. The alleys and the roads have just twisted you around.
Okay.
You do hear that the sound of the lapping waves to your west.
I head towards the west
All right.
to get to the ocean.
We'll cut back to you, Yogi. You exit the Yording portal. Give me a intelligence check.
11.
11. What are you doing? What are you look? You're going to go look for
Temple of the Moon right
the
now.
temple? Yep. Okay. With an 11, you don't really know where all of the where all the landmarks are, or where everything's situated. You know that there's a place called the Trade Ward, there's a place called the Sea Ward, and a couple others, but none of them you know about much outside of just the name. You can safely assume that that Trade Ward is probably to do with a lot of merchants, but the other wards, this place is still throwing you about because it's such a big city compared to where you've been from before. So.
Can I possibly
Which
ask
direction? I'll give you a list of wards, and you can.
Okay.
So you know of the North Ward, the Castle Ward, Sea Ward, Trade Ward, and the Dock Ward. You know the general direction to all of those.
Go to the. You said
Oh.
Caster Ward.
Castle, which you're currently in. So I'll just move you over to the map, right? So you're currently here. At the Yawning Portal.
I'll go to the. Right, I'll just go to the Sea Ward.
All right. And you start making your way up towards the Sea Ward. You come out onto the main street, and you know that you can just walk up that way, and you'll eventually get to it. Give me a perception check.
$24.
It's very late at night, but it's well lit as you walk along. You eventually come to what's known as the market. All the stalls are closed. There's a few people that seem to be like cleaning up the street. There's quite a few guards around here. They acknowledge you as you're walking through the street, but don't really talk much to you at all. And you eventually come into the sea ward. The sea ward, unlike the other wards, the way it's lit up here feels different. Like the lights, like the lamp lights here, almost seem to like give off like a bluish hue to them as you wander into the sea ward. As you're going through the sea ward, you're noticing. Give me a religion check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You're noticing. Give me a moment. Cool. You're noticing many different temples as you start entering into the sea ward. The one that kind of immediately struck out to you and you recognized was the symbol of Mistra, the goddess of magic and the weave. And as you continue to wander through, you're noticing others. There's one to the Morning Lord, and there's also one that the symbol seems a little obscure, but you recognize that it is to Tia. And as you continue to walk, you finally recognize the symbol of Saloon, as you find what is known as the Tower of the Moon. What are you doing?
Was it open?
No, it does not appear that the doors are open at all. Give me a moment. While we have this. You see that this temple has a tower, and its peak seems to rise some 75 feet into the sky. You recognize this as you saw this as you first entered Waterdeep. And up there, it's just basking in moonlight. It's completely illuminated by the moon. But otherwise, no, the temple doors are closed. There don't seem to be anyone around other than the odd street cleaner from the, funnily enough, the street cleaning guild. Literally called that, so.
Couldn't even make this up.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, well, could I knock on the door?
Yeah, you approach and you knock on the door. And you wait. But doesn't appear to be any answer currently.
Okay. Can I tell what time it is, kind of thing, roughly?
Yeah, it would be currently breaching on nearly for our times, 3 a.m. in the morning.
Okay. Just gonna take off. I'm gonna just think to myself, I'm gonna come back in the morning and I'll sort it out tomorrow morning.
Fantastic. Where do you head from now?
I'm gonna make a quick trip to the dock ward and then back home or back to The tavern.
So it took you 3 hours to get and find this place. As you're following the same path as you took on the way back, it takes you nearly an hour and a half just to get back to the Yawning Portal.
Fucking
It is
hell.
now getting to about 4:30 in the morning. Sun's, you're noticing that the sky is starting to light up a little bit. The moon's setting, and you're starting to feel maybe a little exhausted.
All right, I'll go into the tavern then.
And you call it a night?
Yep.
Oh, a night. Alright. Dorian, you follow the sound of the waves and you wind up at what appears to be a massive shipwright. Here you can see that they've got large vessels docked and moored, and a lot of them seem to have been pulled apart. If you're looking at the map, you are about here right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking at Roll20, if you zoom out, you'll see me pinging.
Yep.
You are currently here.
Yep, got it.
It's about 3:30 in the morning now. Nearly 4 a.m.
Is work being undertaken even at this time of night, or is everyone up?
You're noticing that there seems to be a few fishermen starting to come out of some of the buildings, and they seem to be, getting ready to go out for the morning.
Do any of them look somewhat sober?
Most of them look a little bit haggard, but there are definitely some that seem to be on much better legs than others.
I quickly look over my options and choose the one that looks as well rested as possible. That might be able to give me some information.
Give me an insight check. You got a few around you. I want you to give me an insight check and see if you can tell who's got the most wits about them. All right, you approach a fella. Yep.
And I say, excuse me, sir, before you jump on your boat and head out, I'm wondering whether you could give me a street name or directions where I would find the skewered dragon.
Oh fuck, blast. Skewered dragon. Sorry, lad, I can't say that I know of it.
Do you know anyone who would know of it close by?
Sorry, say that last bit.
Anyone close by that would know the location of the skewered dragon?
He kind of looks around at everyone else around him. He's like, blast if I know. Do you have a street?
Street. Do I have a street? No.
Can't help you, mate.
Dorian contemplates just slicing his throat because he's really pissed off right now. That he's not able to get the information. He starts to he looks out and looks at the dull glow of the light from where he came and starts to head back towards the yawning portal.
Yeah, easy. And you get back. And as you get back, you notice
it's right next door.
No. You notice the cleric that you had just recently met in the yawning portal also going
the contract
inside.
with him,
It's about 4:30 by the time you get back. But yeah, you notice the cleric going in. And I'm assuming you just follow in and you hit the hay?
Yep.
Awesome. Alright. You'll have a long rest, unabated, and we will leave our session there for the evening.
Sweet.
Good stuff. All right.
Oof.
That's a good small
Ugh.
session, Matt.
Do you want to end the stream?
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be
Thanks,
back.
boys.
I'm not really sure when, but it will be within the next week or so. Continuing on with.
We'll try
the
and pop it
campaign.
in the description. We might update the stream time, so
Yeah.
you can look out for that. Thanks, guys.
Sweet. Thanks, dudes.